Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be going over some Premier League predictions for match week 37, the second to last weekend, or the penultimate weekend of the Premier League. Now, the top four battle is kind of still interesting. I mean, the top two is really, it's like, the top two is basically done. If you guys want to take a look at the top four standings, the top four standings will be on the screen right here. Yeah, so you see that it's between Chelsea, Leicester, and United for the top four. Chelsea, Leicester, United. I was just making sure of that. Now, when it comes to the rest, which is basically the Europa League qualification, because that's 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th that are battling it out for. It's currently between Sheffield, Wolves, Arsenal, and Tottenham. Now, if you guys want to take a look at that, that'll be on the screen right here. And looking at that, you would just say, like, it's going to be a real tough battle, because I know Arsenal's last two games are going to be a very tough game for when it comes down to it, because this weekend they're going to be playing Aston Villa, and then on the final weekend they're going to be playing Watford. Those are two teams that are going to be battling to stay up from the relegation zone. And speaking about the relegation battle will be on the screen right here. You know, and you see that Norwich has already been confirmed to be relegated, so that's 100% going to be confirmed. But Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Watford, and I think it's West Ham also have the chance of going down. I'm not really sure who Bournemouth's last two games is. I mean, I got one of the games because I'm doing the Premier League prediction here. But yeah, Bournemouth does have an easy matchup when it comes to, I say easy matchup, but the fact that Bournemouth's been pulling off the results like they haven't, they drew against Tottenham recently, the last game, this past weekend. That is absolutely amazing, and I did not think Bournemouth would be able to do that. Was it Tottenham or was it Leicester? They beat Leicester. They beat Leicester, and I could not believe that. I had Leicester winning this game. I had Leicester drawing 2-2 against Bournemouth, and Leicester ended up beating Bournemouth. I think it was 4-0, which was very surprising when it comes to it. But let's get enough talking about the standings. Let's go through the Premier League games that are going to be taking place for match week 37. The one and only game that will be taking place on Saturday is going to be Norwich against Burnley. Now on Sunday, we have Bournemouth versus Southampton, Spurs versus Leicester. On Monday, we have Brighton versus Newcastle, Sheffield versus Everton, Wolves versus Crystal Palace. On Tuesday, this week is kind of a very good week because they spaced out the games, and I guess I understand that because they're doing midweek matchups, so you gotta give the teams the time to rest. Tuesday, we got Watford versus Man City, and we got Arsenal versus Aston Villa. That'll be at Villa Park. And then on Wednesday, we have the big matchup. Before the big matchup, we had Manchester United against West Ham. That's going to be a very tough game for West Ham. And then we had the big matchup that's going to be Liverpool against Chelsea. So now let's go through every single matchup that we have here and predict every single score and see if we can get every single score right. Last week, I did not get any score right. I was close to some, but I did not get them right. So this weekend, we're going to see if I can get these match predictions right. First game of the week, we have Norwich against Burnley. This game is going to be at Norwich. Norwich is already confirmed to be going down, but Norwich are still going to be fighting hard to pick up points. But I don't think that's going to happen here, and I think Burnley is going to beat Norwich 2-0 at Carrow Road. So unfortunately for Norwich, they're just not going to be able to pick up their form enough to beat Burnley. But Norwich could surprise everyone, and Norwich could win this game. Then we have Bournemouth versus Southampton, the first game of the Sunday matches. Bournemouth is going to get the win against Southampton, even though Southampton have been really surprising. They pulled off a 2-2 draw against Manchester United this past Monday. So Southampton are not a team to be underestimated, but Bournemouth are going to be fighting for their lives, and I feel like Bournemouth is going to be able to get the win in this matchup. Then we have Spurs versus Leicester. This is a very big game in terms of Leicester's top four, because Leicester the other day got beat by Bournemouth. And Leicester, as I'm recording right now, haven't played. They're going to be playing today in match week 36. So they could bounce back and win today, but I don't really think that's going to happen when it comes to the Spurs game. And I feel like Leicester and Spurs are going to end up getting a 2-2 draw. Then we have the first game on Monday. Brighton versus Newcastle. Both of these teams don't really have anything to fight for. I mean, they have the opportunity to finish ahead of each other in the standings, but they really have nothing to fight for, so I don't really expect this game to be any much like a big game. So Brighton's going to draw against Newcastle at Brighton. And yeah, Brighton's just going to be glad that they're staying up in the Premier League after, well, it looks like they could have been close to going down. Newcastle was almost there too, but they were never really in the relegation battle. Sheffield versus Everton at Sheffield. Sheffield has been very, very tough to beat when it comes to being at home, and they've been on a very, very good run of form these past couple of games. But I feel like Everton's going to be able to hold on to this and draw against Sheffield 2-2 at Sheffield. Then the final game of Monday is going to be Wolves against Crystal Palace. Wolves have been on a run of form, even though I think it was who was the other day that Wolves gave Wolves a tough game. I forgot who. I think it was Sheffield that beat Wolves or gave Wolves a tough time. But it doesn't really matter. I think Wolves is a better team than Crystal Palace in terms of this game, so I'm going to give Wolves the win 3-1 at the Molineux, and Wolves are going to be battling, probably keeping that sixth spot right now for the Europa League qualification. And then we have the rest of the games. First off, we have Tuesday. We have Watford versus Man City. City have been completely dominant these past couple of weeks. I don't really see anything stopping them. They're gonna be out to prove a point that they can pick up a lot of points. They're gonna try and catch up as much as they can to Liverpool, to not finish so far behind them, because Liverpool had a 20-some point lead, and I don't really know what the points lead is right now, but they're going to try and make up for it, and they're going to smash Watford 4-0 at Watford, even though Watford are going to be trying to stay up. So right now, basically, the one team that's going to be benefiting from these, in the relegation battle, is going to be Bournemouth, because I haven't even talked about the other relegation teams, because they don't play until Tuesday and Wednesday, so Bournemouth is going to have to wait at least 2 to 3 days to see how they are coming into the final week of the Premier League, which will be next week Saturday and next week Sunday, sorry. And then we have the final game of Tuesday. We have Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Aston Villa is going to be battling for their lives when it comes to this game. They're going to be battling to stay ahead of Arsenal. They're going to be, not stay ahead of Arsenal, but battling to beat Arsenal and stay up in the Premier League, because they spend a decent amount of money and they don't want to go back down. Even though going down can kind of be a good thing, because it give you a reset button, and give you opportunity to see what you did wrong. But I know Villa fans are not going to want to be going down, so they're going to try their hardest against Arsenal. Arsenal are still trying to qualify for the Europa League, and I feel like they will qualify for the Europa League eventually. So I'm going to give Arsenal the win 2-1 at Villa Park. And then we have the two Wednesday games that are going to be Manchester United versus West Ham and Liverpool versus Chelsea. First off, let's get on to Manchester United versus West Ham. West Ham's probably going to give up a very good fight like Southampton did against Manchester United, but I feel like Manchester United are going to be looking back at that Southampton game and saying, we cannot let this happen again. It's going to be played at Old Trafford, so I feel like it's going to be very, very different. That Southampton game against Southampton was at Southampton, so this is going to be very, very different. I see Manchester United win this game 3-1 at Old Trafford. And then the big game, we have Liverpool versus Chelsea. I don't see... This is going to be a very, very tough game, because both of these teams can win. Both of these teams can lose. Liverpool the other day... Liverpool yesterday lost to Arsenal, so Liverpool are going to be trying to bounce back. Chelsea are going to try and still qualify for the Champions League, so they're going to be fighting hard. But in the end, I feel like Chelsea is going to lose this game by a 1-goal margin of 3-2. This is probably going to be the most fun game to see, hopefully. I say fun game, it's going to be the most competitive game, and I really hope to see that. But it may be another game, could be a more competitive game than this. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content like this for you guys to see in the coming days. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you guys all later. Peace.